Willkommen meine Kuchenliebe. Just a little ditty.
And...
Alright guys, we're just gonna switch gears real quick here.
Everybody off. We've got a problem. Sorry, son.
The thing with that Truman Show clip is like, how does that guy drive a bus all day if he's an actor? If being an actor makes him unable to drive a bus, who's driving that bus all day? Anyway.
And...
Today I thought I would talk to you guys about a subject of debate, which is debate. I think all those countless hours browsing the comment section on places like 9gag or, you know, Facebook or the YouTube comment section, any of those would kind of put a bad taste in people's mouth when it comes to the subject of debate. There's lots of really pointless debating going on the internet right now. So it leads some to question, is debate really a good thing? A lot of people might be predisposed to say no, because it's just like ends up devolving into this name calling and just like all this stupid stuff, and nobody ever changes their opinions anyway. But I'm here to argue something very different. I'm here to argue that really in the long run, debate is actually a really fantastic thing. So many things in life really boil down to short-term gains versus long-term gains. A really good example of what I'm talking about would be theft. If you think about it, the cheapest, fastest way to get a TV if you don't have the money is to break into a house and like steal somebody's big screen TV. However, the better way to do it is the long-term approach where you get a job and you like work and then you go buy a TV. And that's not just true because like you might get arrested for breaking into somebody's house. Ultimately, if we all just broke into each other's houses all the times and stole whatever we want, we wouldn't have a very cool society. Now the reason in this conversation I'm bringing up the whole short-term versus long-term thing is like you have to look at that when it comes to debate. You know, in the short term, a lot of times debating something with somebody or people debating doesn't really do any good. However, I think the way that this manifests in a long-term sense is being skeptical of things and like questioning your assumptions about things, you know, not just within yourself but with other people. If you do that long-term and kind of incorporate that into who you are, you're gonna end up like believing a lot more true things, which is gonna give you a better foundation for living your life in general. And I say that basically because like in any pursuit you will ever have in life, the first thing you gotta kind of figure out is what's true, that's relevant. In any kind of pursuit in your life, it's very relevant to know what's true, simply because like you have to determine what the starting point is for anything, and you have to have a realistic view of what to do from there. And all of that is directly dependent on really understanding the truth and like the objective truth of whatever it is. Now maybe you're thinking, well yeah, that's all well and good, but you know, a lot of people that debate a lot don't really seem like they have this really great belief system and like that they have this really firm grasp on objective reality. And I definitely understand that perspective on it, but here's what you have to think, like, what's the alternative? And for me, not to take this in too weird a direction, but I kind of think of like totalitarian dictatorships when I think of like, you know, homogeneity of opinion. Obviously nowadays there are a lot of people that talk a lot about you know, how important it is to tolerate other perspectives and stuff and other, you know, ways of life. And I think you have to apply the same thing to ways of thought. In fact, it should be even more relevant in that situation. And I do want to make the distinction ways of thought. Like actions can be objectively immoral or whatever. Thoughts are this realm where we can at least be free to contemplate things. And when you have freedom of thought, there are gonna be people that think things that you really like don't agree with and stuff. But I think we have to adopt the kind of tolerance towards thoughts that contradict our own and different opinions in order to kind of have that societal discovery of new ideas. Of course, this gets down to like another pretty fundamental question, which is, Do we really want the results of freedom? That's a pretty difficult question to answer, but for me, I tend to really be persuaded of the idea that the truth, the most consistent position, ultimately wins out. In a situation where people are free to think or not think whatever they want, I think the truth tends to win out because it's the only position that doesn't change. Think of all the crazy wrong stuff that humans have thought over the centuries. Like, you know, we've had all kinds of crazy ideas, but those ideas that are not based on something real tend to change, even if it takes a long time for them to change. Whereas, eventually, I think the ideas that we have that are based on something tangible and real tend to kind of stay around. Maybe there are exceptions to this, but that's kind of what I'm persuaded about. And fundamentally, in a nutshell, that's why I think debate is a good thing, because the truth is consistent. It doesn't change. And that fundamentally is why I think debate is really ultimately a good thing, because that which is true doesn't change, and it's, you know, whoever aligns themselves with the truth will have the longest impact and have the most consistent message.
And
Anyway, guys, thought I'd bring you a little muzak and a little philosophy. I hope you like my channel. Thank you for mashing that like button and for viewing and hitting that subscribe button. Subscribe to my channel now. Anyway, have a good day. Sing a little song, do a little dance, eat some enjoyable food. I'll see you guys later. Ta-ta.
Oh, there be one less set of footsteps on your floor in the morning. Oh, there be one less set